So this is number 9 from section 4.5, which is on page 201 of your textbook. We are in week 9. And so this is a homework problem that somebody asked about on one of the response sheets, and so I figured I would make a video for you guys. Right? So the question starts off with an average cost, here it is, and then it asks you for the total cost. And so the total cost is just the average cost times the number of items you sold. So you just take this equation you already have and just bump up the exponent on all the Q's. Bump, bump, bump. Done. Part A is easy. Then it asks for the minimum average cost. Well, now we have the cost function, so we can find the marginal cost. It's just the derivative. So go ahead and calculate that. And then we say, oh wow, that's actually just a parabola. I could just actually find the vertex of that parabola and I don't have to use calculus. But let's say you want to use calculus. Then we take the derivative and set it equal to 0, solve for Q. So Q equals 1.2 over 0.06. Pull out your handy dandy calculator. 1.2 over 0.06, and you get 20. But that's only telling you the Q. So if you want actually the marginal cost minimum value, marginal cost at 20 is where the min value occurs. So you plug it back in. Okay, and then we plug all that in. Go ahead and pull out your calculator. 0.03 times 400, because that's the square of 20. Minus 1.2 times 20, and add that all together, and that actually is 1. And the book actually says, please interpret this result. So it says the least additional amount, or the least additional cost for one more item is $1. And that's for item 20 or item 21. 20 or 21. It's not 1 for 20 or 1 for 21. It's just the problem is we have a continuous model for a discrete situation, so it's somewhere in that vicinity. So it may be that actually it costs, you know, $1.50 for item 20 and $1.50 for item 21, but the model claims that it's going to be $1 for one of those items. Okay? Right, so at what Q is A minimized? Okay, so we want to find the minimum. Again, it could just be a vertex of this parabola right here, but let's say that we forgot that. So we take the derivative, and we find the derivative, and set it equal to 0. Right, so Q is going to be 0.6 over 0.02. 0.6 over 0.02, and that gives us 30. And what is A min? So A at 30, let me find out what this formula says, is 0.01 Q squared. Hope you don't get seasick. 0.6 Q plus 13. There we go. Okay, it's right. So we want 0.01 times 900, because 30 squared is 900, minus 0.6 times 30 plus 13, and then that equals 4, and that's $4. So I've already just drawn this here. This is our standard little explain plot. When it asks you this kind of problems, you can just pull that right off your crib sheet or crib card, and that's probably going to show up somewhere. So you may as well just have that there. Alright, so now marginal cost at 30 is going to be what? So you go back to marginal cost. Where do we find marginal cost? We found marginal cost right here. So it's 0.03 Q squared, 0.03